Hey YouTube, Skipper T here. Continuing on with the Schrade Frontier Bushcraft series of knife reviews. This is the SCHF37. This is the largest of the three blades. We started with the smallest, we went with the medium sized, and now we're up to the biggest one in the group. This particular knife has a 6-inch cutting surface. As you can see, the overall blade length is roughly 7 inches to the leading edge of the handle here. It's got a big finger choil here so that you can get up, get into some of those finer carving tasks. It's got that drop point, again, just slightly less than 1/4 of an inch in width. When you sight down the blade, once again, you'll notice it has that slight hollow grind to it. Now this one comes up quite a ways. This is about 7/8 of an inch from the cutting edge to the full width of the knife spine itself. Again, a full tang knife here, the exact same handle type that we have with the previous ones. And in fact, this handle from the leading edge back to the end of the blade is again about 5 1/4. So all the handles are virtually identical. Once you get out and measure them. Again, another nice thing is it's fairly thin handle, has the TPE, it's got the little circles and scales on it there. It's a bit of a rubberized handle. The one thing I've noticed that when I was doing the chopping and stuff with all of the different blades that we've done so far today, especially when we're chopping and when we're batoning back down through pieces of wood, I'm not getting any reverberation, not a lot of vibration. It's been very comfortable in the hand as we're pounding down through things. So these handles are actually very nice. I was a little bit skeptical when I first saw them. But overall, I have really, in the 2 previous videos that I've shot, I have come to appreciate this particular TPE material. I think what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to take a couple of pieces of these smaller pieces here. We'll baton down through them. That's a little bit thicker, so we'll start with that one. Shouldn't be an issue with that. I mean, Jesus, these knives are heavy. This one's coming in at just right close to 1 pound, maybe an ounce or 2 away from 1 pound. But again, it's got that good feel to it. This one, the balance point is just in front of the handle, but then obviously the blade's a little bit longer too. So as compared to the other ones, this is the monster doodaddy of them all. Anyway, let's get down to it. We'll put on the gloves, just because we like to keep our hands covered and safe, and I don't know, calluses are fine. But anyway, put some safety glasses on because we will be batoning down through things. Find my beater stick here. Here it is. As you can see, this has taken some abuse today. These blades are tough. It's kind of chunked out a divot, and this is oak. So this is hard wood. Everything that we've gone through today is either red oak, white oak. There's a Japanese maple in there, and there's another tree, and I think it's a hickory, but I'm not entirely positive. But I can tell you this much. When my friend and I cut it, we were going through it with brand new chainsaw blades and resharpened blades, and we thought there was something wrong with our chainsaws because they just wouldn't go through the wood. So, you know, this is good, tough stuff, and these knives are holding up to it, and they're not even blinking an eye. The wood is, though, obviously. So this one gives us a whole plethora of places from which we can baton down through. Give it a good spank here. Obviously, a little piece like this isn't going to be anything for this big old honking knife. So I don't think that's going to ever be an issue. Nope, not even close. When we get into some of the heavier stuff in the oak firewood, we're going to find out for sure. Kind of just goes right through it like butter. I like the choil. Let's see what happens. This dude's a little bit bigger. This takes a little bit more getting used to. Will it peel off thin things? Absolutely. Both sides of the blade sharp? It would appear that way. No issues there. Hogging it right off. Yeah, those are nice, thin little pieces right here. Let's see if we can get a demonstration. My chair keeps sinking into the ground a little bit because it's soft. We just had 5 inches of snow melt, so everything's a little bit wet out here. So you just come along, you put a little flat spot, you move over to the next little ridge here. Oh yeah. Don't see that being an issue. Man. You get that blade angle right. Again, making a fire stick's not going to be an issue, guys. Those are nice, fairly wide pieces. Hoping you can see that on the camera. Don't see an issue with that. Scraping the back side of the bark. Not a problem there. Making some nice fluffy powder for us. Let's try it on the dry inside portion. Yep. Boy, that made some fine little feathers. Again, guys, you can see that kind of stuck on the back of the blade there. That's like angel hair. And why is it sticking to the blade? Because it's got that rough kind of coating that's on it. Let's see. Will it strike the ferrocerium rod? No issues there. Oh yeah. As you can see, that's not an issue. It's got the backside going pretty good here. Oh yeah. That is just fun as all get out right there. Will it spark? Absolutely. Taking down my rod's good. Put that out. Put that down and off. So far, I don't see an issue. Will she peel off some nice thin pieces? Absolutely. Will she honk down? Is it sharp on both sides? Yes, sir, it is. Yep. No problems, no worries, no issues. This is a little bit bigger knife. It's a little harder to handle. For some of the finite stuff, in case you guys are curious, my fire pit is just right here on the other side of the bench beside me. So most of that's getting into it. All in all, not bad. Gotta tell you what, it's balanced pretty good, especially if you're up here in the choil and you're using that to do some cutting. Let's see how she works as a chopper. We'll check out some other stuff. A little bit longer. Tell you what, it's got that jimping on it like every other blade does. It's along the top of the spine here, just aft of the leading edge of the handle, and it's down here on this side. This one it's not quite as sharp, so again, I might take those edges off of the side, because that could be, over the course of a period of time, that could be uncomfortable. Wow. Is this a chopper? Yes, sir, it is. It's a darn fine chopper. It should be. Heck, it's a couple inches longer than all the rest of them. Now, I gotta tell you, running with that, it is not affecting my hand down here. But with my thumb on the jimping up here on the top, unprotected, that's a little uncomfortable. I don't know that that's a necessary evil. In fact, if I take my hand off of it, it's a lot more comfortable that way. I like having my thumb up there, though. Makes me feel like I'm in a little bit more control of where my chopping takes place. But boy, I gotta tell you what, that'd tear you up short order. That's gonna require a glove, or it's gonna require some serious grinding down on this. Now, I have the tool sharpener, so grinding that out wouldn't be an issue. And even having it as a slight recess would not be a bad thing, so that if you're back here like this on it, you know, might put it a little bit close, but I think you'd feel pretty good. Again, if you need fine carving tasks, you can come all the way up front on this knife. So that part, we'll have to think about that a little bit. That might be the only drawback to the three that I've seen so far. As far as this jimping back here, I could see where after a while that would start to wear on the hand if you don't have a glove. So I may have to mod that. That might be my only complaint. But let's see how she does on some heavy duty oak and batoning down through it. I'll save the big dude for the big blade. That's a heavy old piece of firewood right here. Let's just see what happens. And big old knot. In fact, that knot runs all the way through a good half of this. So I think what we'll do is we'll start back here. We'll trim this part off. I don't know that this beater is going to be enough. Perhaps not. Let's get the thumper out. Boy, you can hear those fibers just not wanting to give up in there. You guys can hear that. That was that knot finally giving up the ghost on us. Holy cow. Now, let's have some serious fun. Big knot here. Translates all the way over there. Let's just see if we can go right down through the middle. Yep. She's a chopper. She's a splitter, I should say. Now, I never come back and baton on the handle side. Don't know why, just never do. I always take it and move the wood so that I can level it back out. Oh my God. That is one hard piece of wood. I gotta tell you though, I'm impressed. One last little knot. There we go. Wowzers. I have made some kindling today. Alright guys. Let's see what happens next. Oak, baby. Alright. We'll get up close. We've been pounding the heck out of her. My hands are getting tired. Yep, she's still plenty sharp. And that's after going through some pretty hellish wood. Will it make a fire stick, fellas? I think so. Not a problem there. Wow, that's hard. Okay, we've been beating the snot out of it. No issues, no warping. Even going through that really hard knot on that oak. My God. I got a slight vibration on the very end of the handle when I was pounding down through. When I was holding with this portion in the very palm of my hand, clear back out on the end of the handle. When I was holding around this hump back here and hitting the other side, it was, you know, giving me that little bit of vibration. When I brought my hand forward slightly and was pounding on it, none whatsoever. Okay. Fat wood. So, can we do some carving and make a nice fire stick out of fat wood? Yeah, buddy. Don't see an issue with that. I truly do not. You know, if you wanted to just make a pile of it, you could do that very easily. Choke up on that bad boy. Get right down in. My hands are getting tired. Little delicate finesse work there. Got a few of these put together. Lots of little shavings. Nary an issue. Okay. Does it pass muster? Yes, it does. It'll cut, it'll shave, it'll do fine carving tasks. It'll blow through some heavy duty oak with knots in it, as long as you got a beater stick heavy enough to handle it. Preferably made out of the same type of material. Again, that's made out of oak, so that's heavy. That probably weighs about 4 pounds. So again, guys, these are the Schrade knives, and they are fantastic. This is the SCHF37, a little bit bigger. It's the biggest one in the inventory. I gotta tell you what, I like this one too. But anyway, guys, appreciate you riding along on this one. Remember to like and subscribe if you're inclined. And remember, keep your eyes open, keep your heads up, and we'll see you outside.